for this call. This call is going to be absolutely amazing. So welcome, 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 welcome. We're super fired up here right now. We've got an amazing guest for you. I don't know if you guys are ready for who's about to come on and grace this call. But if you are ready, put some sevens in the chat box right now. I need to see the chat box explode. Put some sevens if you're ready to hear words of wisdom, words of greatness from one of the youngest in charge, one of the greatest to ever do it. So put some sevens if you're fired up in that chat box right now. I see you guys. I see the chat going crazy. Hey, with the amazing Shabaz, what's going on?
Hi guys. I don't know about you, but I'm so fired up to be on this call. Reason being, if you guys know me, I've always wanted to be the youngest in everything. And we have the privilege of having the youngest six-figure earner in the UK being on this call right now. So guys, I'm sure he deserves a lot more fire than that. So keep putting sevens in the chat. Keep putting fire in the chat. This is an amazing individual, and he was actually one of the people that I looked up to when I first started this company. He has an amazing story. Every time I hear it, tears start coming out my eyes. I'm sure you guys feel the same way as well. He's one of the most humble individuals that I know as well. And reason because he's been through a lot. And a lot of people, when they see a lot of success, they start being very unhumble. They start flashy cards, everything. But he's nothing like that. He's a servant leader to his whole team. He hits multiple six figures at the age of 21 through trading and marketing as well. He was at Job Seekers prior to IMO. So if you guys know that, if you guys been to a massive convention, you probably heard that. He failed in school, he got the worst grades. He's been told he's never gonna win. That's crazy as well, because I remember when I was in school, even growing up, a lot of people told me, I'm not gonna be successful, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna get the best grades. And that kind of put me down a lot when I was younger, but a lot of people, they'll use that as an excuse to prevent them to get into where they want to be. But the fact that he never let that get in the way, and he hit this amazing position of a chairman 25 is absolutely insane. He retired. His mom is a chairman 10 in the company. He retired his parents. I planned in 2000 alongside trading. And it's crazy because a lot of you guys, your aim in this company is to retire your parents, right? To retire your families. But what are you currently doing right now that's going to get you to retiring your parents? You got to realize that, like, is your current situation right now going to help you retire your parents? If the answer is no, I definitely suggest you to get your notepads and pens out and take a lot of notes on this call, because if he can do it, you guys can do it as well. And yeah, that's a bit about me, Mata.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So yeah, literally following off the same leaf. You know, I remember when I first joined this business, this is something that I really looked up to. I remember meeting him at our first national event. I was like, wow, like him. He had his cousin with him as well, and I was just super proud of what they both achieved. And you know what it hit for me, what really made me raise my game was the fact that just because you're in an opportunity which could be the greatest vehicle, it doesn't mean you're automatically going to succeed, right? I think that's one misconception that we all have. We all think, yeah, we're in IMO, we're going to become millionaires. No, that's not the case. You can be in the same vehicle. Me and Sharmi can be in the same vehicle, but it matters about who's putting in the work. Are you putting in more work in that vehicle? So when I met him, that really woke me up. I said, just because me and Shabaz were both in IML doesn't mean I'm going to get the same results as Shabaz is just through time. No, I need to put in the same work that he's getting, right? And some of the things I promote in this call as hard as you can. So what I want you to do right now, because he's going to give you so many things that's going to completely transform your business. It's going to take you so long to relay every last bit of information that he's going to give you to your team. Right? You may have one member that signed up on your link. You may have 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. You may have 500 people on your link. So why are they not all on this call, right? Anyone that you know, anyone that you care about, send them the link to this call right now, because it's going to take you so much longer to tell them everything that you're going to learn today. So why don't you just get them on this call right now? So I'm going to give you guys around 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get everyone that you know on this call. Go in any group chat that you're in right now, whether it's a Platinum 150 plus group chat, Platinum 600 plus group chat. Promote this call hard, because you want your people to be on this call, right? You want anyone that you know, anyone that you care about, you want them to be on this call. I know we've got some technical difficulties right now, right? But anyone you care about, get them on this call, because the words he's going to tell you about his story, how he's got to where he is. You do not want to miss this, guys, right? So I'm super fired up, Shabaz, to have you here. This guy's been touring. He just flew out to New York, right? Just flew out to New York for an amazing event that he done out there. He's smashing it. And I remember I was right in front of him when he was giving his testimony about hitting Chairman 25, and to do that at 80 years is absolutely phenomenal, right? He's making more monthly than the numbers in his age, right? It's absolutely crazy. So to have him on this call is an absolute blessing, guys. Put some sevens in the chat. We need to see your energy, right? You need to have the energy, okay? He could be doing anything right now. He's got teams of thousands all around the world. He could be doing a call just for them, but he's on this call with you guys right now. So put some sevens in the chat if you're ready for one of the greatest of all time, the youngest in charge, Mr. Shabaz Ahmed. Let's go. Shabaz, bro, can you hear me? Let's just unmute.
You have to unmute. How do you do that?
So. Okay, let me just unmute you, bro. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Mr. Chairman 25, right by my side. What's going on? Okay. You should be able to unmute you now.
Oh, it's because your phone's close.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So we're just gonna take one thing off. Give us 2 seconds, guys. Put some sevens in the chat if you're fired up. We can see him on the screen right now. He's fired up, right? He's ready to go. We're just gonna sort out 1 or 2 things. Let me just remove this. There
okay, we should be able to hear you now.
Yep, there we go.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Cool. How's everyone doing? Now, guys, let's give it a massive. Obviously, we can't really speak, so give it like fire emoji in the chat box for Montel and Shams for putting this call together. Because if it was for them, we wouldn't be on this call right now. So let's give them a fire emoji right now. Let's just appreciate these two individuals. These two individuals. I want to say to you guys, they're going far in this business and far in life in general. I truly believe. One thing I can notice. From the very start, I can see how far someone's going just based on the attitude. I know these guys have the best attitude in the game, in this industry, in the UK, in the Europe, and I know for a fact, these guys will go so far, God willing. So cool. Montel, Shams, appreciate you getting me on this call. Oh, guys, my name is Shabaz Ahmed. I'm actually currently 23 years old. Been involved in this industry for at least about 4 years now. That's including the the marketing side, network marketing side, and the trading side. Been involved in this company for at least about 2 years now, just over 2 years now. And I'm gonna share a bit about my story to you guys. My story is a bit complicated. I would say there's a lot of things that happened when I first got into this when I first got involved in this industry. I joined network marketing at the age of 18. Got involved in trading at the age of 19 or something along those lines. And I never had that much success. Right now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of old members on this call, and a lot of new members in this call. And I want mainly talk about trading first of all, right now. Who has gone through IM Academy, right, in your first week? Just say 111 if you have. Now, if you learn support and resistance line in your first week, just type in 111. So a lot of people. So imagine, when I got involved in trading, I didn't even know what support and resistance line was, until 2 years later. And you guys are finding out what support and resistance line is, in your first week. So what I'm trying to say is that, you guys don't even realize, what kind of platform you guys are in. Because, when, the platform I was in, it was, I wouldn't say the best platform. I would say it was like a shady platform where people just cared about the money, if that makes sense. I didn't even care about the people. So you guys don't even realize how lucky you are. And in those 2 years in trading prior to IMO, I lost a lot of money, even though I didn't have money. And I used to borrow people's money, and I'm like, yo, give me a bit of time. I'll give you the money back, right? And I'll give you a bit of a profit on top. But on the first week, that's all gone, right? So there's nothing to give back now. And most people don't realize how lucky they are to be a part of IMO. And you just have to see people's worst experience when it comes to trading, and then you look at your own platform, your own people, and you'll realize how lucky you guys are. Now, so that's just that part. I was actually trying to trade while I was on this call, if you guys can see. So trading is important. Make sure you guys are trading. But just a bit about myself. I'm just a normal 23-year-old, average 23-year-old. Most people know me as a kid who went to job seeker allowances, So you went to job center and used to get job seeker allowances, and was just living off that. I know my parents got, they were, in take two, I got a letter, and family was struggling. Mom was going through depression because simply because people we were struggling. And I can remember this business came to me back in 2017 in May, and at that time I never had the money because I was on job seeker allowances. And most people will say, this is not the right time to join an opportunity like this, right? And I remember when I first saw this information, there wasn't that much, success story in the UK. There's actually no chairmen in the UK at that time. There was a bunch of chairmen in America. And I remember I looked at all the chairmen, I'm like, wow, this person used to be homeless and now he's like super successful. Like Austin Godfrey, for example, my Rose and Jason Brown, they didn't have the best background, but now they're super successful through this platform. So I looked at all these numbers and I realized, this platform does work. The trading side does work. There was over, I believe, only 20,000, 30,000 customers at that time from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure. And, I never had the money to get started. Actually, what I did was for me to fund my IMO package, I had to sell my PS4 and a game called GTA. And I can remember I got rid of them too. And I used that money to get started in this company. And when I got started in this company, I had a bulletproof, mindset, where no one can break it. And I can remember, that day when I got started, I initially went crazy. I didn't even know how to present. I didn't even know anything about the products because I didn't even use all the products. All I knew it works. That's all I knew, right? And I remember in 5 days, I hit the position on Platinum 1000, 35 days Platinum 2000, 5 months Platinum 5000, and Chairman 10 in 6 months, or 6 months roughly. And and then it took me about 23 months to hit Chairman 25. And guys, let me tell you something. I might hit this. I might hit these positions very, very quick. I might have made it look. I might made this platform look like a get rich quick scheme. The honest truth is, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a get rich slow scheme. And me personally, I rather get rich slow than not be rich at all, if that makes sense. And when people look at my journey, they're like, Shabaz, you hit Chairman 10 in 6 months. Chairman 25 in 23 months, and I've been in this platform for 2 years plus, and I haven't gained any success yet. And I want you guys to realize something, and I want you guys to write this down too. But everyone's destination is going to be the same, right? So what I mean by destination is going to be the same. Our destination is going to be financial freedom, retiring our parents, giving our loved one the best life, giving our future kids or kids the best life. That's going to be our destination, right? But our journey is going to be completely. My journey from your journey is going to be completely different. So I want you guys to realize that everyone has their own book, right? Everyone has their own story. So you just have to keep on going until you can fill up these chapters. And guess what? The last very chapter is your financial freedom, is happiness, it's love, all that stuff. So I want you guys to realize that. Now, I see there's a lot of young people on this call. I'm gonna speak to you a lot to you guys directly, and you see, how can a 21-year-old hit a Chairman 10? How can a 21-year-old hit multiple six figures? At the age of 21. Now, the most important thing is that because we are young, we can't be young, if that makes sense. We need to be more. We need to act like grown-ups, if that makes sense. And we need to, we have to be, the alpha males and alpha females in this industry, and not just that, in our own life too, if that makes sense. In our family, in our friend circle, in our business too, right? And the only reason why some people, some youngsters won't get success is simply because they're too young, right? Mentally wise, not because of the age. Age doesn't, age don't make a difference, right? It's all about, how you think, and how you portray yourself. And guys, I can remember one of my old members a long time ago, this was like 2 years ago, and I can remember he said to me, Shabaz, how comes I'm only attracting youngsters in my business? Now, I said to him, hey bro, look man, the only reason why you attracting youngsters and not anyone older is simply because, you're a youngster. You attract youngsters because the way you portray yourself. What are you doing on a daily basis? Are you going out, chilling, going playing pool, going to a shisha club, wherever it is, right? That's the type of people you're gonna attract. But if you act like a grown up, someone that has responsibilities, you're gonna attract a lot of grown people. Now, there's 3 categories in this industry, and I want you guys to write this down. Now, there's blue category, write this down, blue, right? And there's green and there's red. Now, I'm gonna tell you what these categories mean, right? So blue categories are basically people, I would say, like corporate people, like lawyers, bankers, doctors, people with high authority, right? Now, this green category members, that's like someone that works in Tesco, Sainsbury's, just normal working class people, right? And there's a red category member, that's like your cousin, that's like your friend from school, your college friend, like those, that's the category for red, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you guys a question, maybe drop it down in the chat box. How hard would it be to recruit a blue category member that's like a lawyer, doctor, banker? How hard would it be to recruit someone in that category? Anyone in the chat box? It'd be very hard, super hard, right? Now, very difficult. Now check this out, guys. If you can sign up one blue category member, right? That one blue category member is gonna be the hardest person you can ever recruit, right? But once you recruit that one blue category member, that one blue category member, once they're in the game and they're ready to go all out, that blue category member will bring in 1,500 green category members, right? And 5,000 plus red category members. That's all comes from one blue category member. And this is something I learned from a billionaire, sorry, it's not a billionaire, someone heard a billion GV, right, in his industry, in his company. And he said, for you to attract a blue category member, you simply have to speak Ferraris, bunch of G-Wagons, right? And for me to sign up someone like him, I have to speak in a different tone. So I have to talk about facts and figures, the credibility of the industry and how this industry is very powerful. But let's say if I'm presenting to a student, I can just talk very simple, not too complicated. I don't talk about crazy stuff. I talk about in a very simple, brief way. So you guys need to figure out how simple your presentation should be and how advanced your presentation should be. And guys, just remember this: you can't always say the right things to the wrong person, and and the other way around. And you always have to change your tone around. And I'm gonna give you guys some materials for you guys to grow, because okay, check this out, guys. The compensation plan, right? The compensation plan. How many people do you need to become a chairman 10? Type it down, guys. How many people do you guys need to become a chairman 10? No one knows? 500, right? 500. Now, basically, the IMO compensation plan, this is what they tell you. You need this many people to go chairman 10, right? And this is how much you make, and this is how much GV you need, right? But one thing the compensation plan don't tell you is the person you need to become to achieve the position of a chairman 10, right? And I want you guys to realize something. A chairman 10 don't act like a P150, if it makes sense, right? Now, a chairman 100 doesn't speak and think like a chairman 10. The only reason why I'm not chairman 100 is simply because I'm not speaking in a way of a chairman 100. That's all it is, right? And you guys have to understand how to speak and think like a chairman 10. Now, there's so many chairman 10s in the UK. There's so many chairman 10s in America. Now, this is something I've done now for me to grow into that level. So at the time when I first got started, there was no chairman 10s in the UK, and so I had to study someone from America. So this is what I did. I got like an A4 paper, right? I got A4 paper. This is what I did. I'm gonna show you exactly. Now, I basically drew a line right in the middle, and I wrote Shabaz, and I wrote Austin Godsey, right? Austin. And this was when I was a P2K, right? This is when I was a P2K, and I can remember I was stuck at P2K for a very long time. And I was struggling to hit Platinum 5000. And I remember, Matt Rosa randomly called me, and I'm thinking, how the hell does he even know me? Like, I only met him once. I didn't even think that I didn't even think he would know me like that. And I can remember he called me saying, how you doing? I'm like, yo, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to wrap up Platinum 5000. I'm struggling. And he said to me, Shabaz, when you realize where you're going wrong, that's when you have the light bulb moment. And I was like, man, I don't even know where I'm going wrong. He said, look, this is when you need to study, other chairmen and see what they're up to and look at what you're doing on a daily basis. And I can remember, okay, cool. What I'm going to do, I'm going to study Austin Godsey, right? Chairman 100. So I basically wrote down everything I do on a daily basis. So I speak to, I do presentations on a daily basis, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, launches. I do, trading trainings and all that stuff. And I looked at Austin Gotzi and what he does on a daily basis. And I realized he does everything I do. Then he does personal development. That was one, right? Then he does public speaking. That's another one. He does videos. That's another one. He does events. That's another one. And I can see what I was writing at every single thing he was doing like this, right? Every single thing. And I basically wrote down everything what I can see from my own eyes, right? From through social media, through his video calls and everything. And all I did was, let's say he done, events. And that time at P2K, I never held an event, right? So guess what I started doing? I took events from his side and I added it into my own life, if that makes sense. And that's all I did. And guys, look, Chairman 10 is not guaranteed, right? But if you follow the system and you follow all the leaders in what they're doing, then yes, it is guaranteed. I'll give you an example, right? Okay, not a really example, it's a fact. But if you give this industry 5 years, and you probably heard me saying this so many times in events, maybe in my trainings, but if you give this industry 5 years straight, and day in, day out work, right? By 5 years straight, you can become a Chairman 10, a 6-figure earner straight, and that's 100% facts. The only reason why I'm saying that is because, in network marketing, if you look at the numbers and figures, for those who stayed in this industry for 5 years straight and they work day in, day out, non-stop, right? Day in, day out, they've done something every single day, whether it's Zoom calls, whether it's recruiting people personally, whether it's team training, wherever it is, events, right? They became a 6-figure earner after 5 years. And I want to compare this to a job, guys. I don't know who's been working a job in this call for 5 years, because I heard there's like a lot of young people, but the average person do work in a job for 5 to 10 years, right? And guess what? They don't even make 6 figures. They don't even have 6 figures in the bank after 10 years, right? And imagine, me personally, I'd rather, put in 5 years into IMO, knowing I'm going to become a 6-figure earner, instead of putting 5 to 10 years into a job, knowing I won't be a 6-figure earner, if that makes sense. And guys, look, this is a business where it's all skill set. And I want you guys to write this down. Now, one thing I realized, I can give you some stories behind that. And I remember I was trying to learn different languages at that time before I gave up, right? And there's someone I was actually looking up to. This is what he said. Learning a language is difficult. So imagine I was I'm trying to start my own business and try to learn a language at the same time. It's difficult. And he said, every time he masters a language, he makes 100K end of the year, every single year. And he said that, I know 7 languages, and so that means I'm making 700K a month. So I need to learn, 3 more languages until I make $1 million a year and more, right? So basically, that concept works in this industry too, right? If you become a very good presenter, right, and you master how to present, guess what? That's going to add 100K to your income on a yearly basis. Now, I do make $250,000 a year, but that's me mastering 3 skill sets. That's all it was, right? And check this out, guys. For those who hasn't presented yet, for those who just relying on their upline to do the presentation for you guys, this is where you need to, come out of that and start doing your own presentation. And I do get people's complaints, and they were like, Shabaz, I want like if I do a presentation to this person, that person won't join. And I said to him, listen, bro, your first ever presentation will be so whack. 100% is gonna be so bad. It's normal. My first ever presentation, I didn't even know what I was talking about, right? I was talking basically excitement, right? And I want you guys to write this down. Your first ever presentation won't sound like your 100th presentation, right? And your 100th presentation won't sound like your first ever presentation. And what I'm trying to say, what the meaning behind that is this, right? Every time you do a presentation, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess what? You have leveled up. Your speaking is different. Your confidence is more higher. And when you do over 100 presentations, guess what? Your confidence is on a next level, if that makes sense. So, and we look at all these individuals like, Montel Shams, like Yasin Zain, Austin Gotzi, Matt Rose, David, right? All these guys. And we look at these people and we're like, how can I be in, like, I can never be in a position. I can never, speak like them, think like them, all that stuff. And the only reason why, you won't speak like them just yet is simply because you haven't done 1,000 plus presentation yet. The only reason why Matt Rosa is a chairman of 500 is because he's done thousands and thousands presentations. And it's like, every time he does a presentation, people just join, right? Now, I can remember at one point when I first got started, I had about 60 people on a Zoom call my first day, and about 20 to 30 people from my face my first day. And if and I remember I was presenting. A lot of people did not sign up, right? A lot of people did not sign up simply because I wasn't good at presenting. But I never had an upline to follow on, right? I never had an upline to do a presentation for me. So I used to do my own presentation. And I remember I had a lot of crazy rejection. I'm thinking, if I was so good at presenting at that time, every single one of them would sign up. But guess what? At that time, about 80%, 70% of the people I presented to did not sign up. My best friend did not sign up. But once I became very good at presenting, after chairman, like at chairman 10 and P5K, that's when all those people that said no to me at the start, that's when they joined me, if that makes sense. Imagine I present my IMO opportunity to a lot of my school friends. Every single one of them said no, because I was very bad at presenting. I didn't know what I was talking about. But when I became a P5K and up to chairman, I had over 200 plus sign up that month just from my own hometown, right? And that's because why? Not only I had gained the success, but what I was talking about made sense. How did you hit P1K in a week? And I'm gonna talk about it in a second, right? Sounds curious. now, guys, the reason why I'm talking about this part is simply because that's what makes you a better person. That's what makes you, a very skillful, network marketer or trader or whatever it is, right? So, guys, for you to become a very good presenter, you have to start doing it every single day, day in, day out. If you don't know how to present, go see your upline and stop, do like your own presentation, right, to them, and they can tell you where you're going wrong and where you're going right, if that makes sense. And that's something you guys can do. You guys are lucky to have leaders like Shams, Montero, and other leaders that's on this call. Now, the next skill set you guys have to master for you to become a chairman 10 is basically launching, right? Launching. Now, write this down, guys. And guys, if you're not launching, you're failing. And look, guys, what amateurs do, this is what they do. They give the sign up link, and that's it. They leave that person hanging. Go on IMO Academy and IMO TV, sign up to Go Cup, whatever, right? That's amateurs. That's amateurs. Now, this is what I do, right? Now, when I sign someone up, personally or from my team, it doesn't matter, right? 24 hours later, I try to get I try and meet them face to face if they're from the UK, and I do like a launch with them. So my launch is very simple. Actually, Austin Godsey done a video on how to launch. His one's very powerful too. It's something like similar to him. Now, my launch is very simple, and this launch is what builds your business, guys. Look, present the business and sign someone up. That's just small GV that you'll get. But launching your business, that's when you get 6 figures GVs and 7-figure GV. And guys, look, if I didn't launch from the very start, my business wouldn't revenue 300 plus million a year, right? So launches is something that's very crucial, and that's something that will get you and your team to explode, right? Now, my launches are very simple. I'm not gonna go through all of it because I want to talk about a lot of things, but it's getting the MT4 account, set it up, simple stuff, face to face, right? Showing them IMO Academy, and then I show them either Gold Cup or Harmonic Scanner, one of them, right? Harmonic Scanner, and that's it. I get them on that phone now, right? Very simple. I show them how to use MT4, simple stuff, right? And the second part I go on is the networking side. And I teach, this is what I do with my people, right? I put them into a 90-day game plan, and I show them, ask them what position do you want to hit in 90 days. And they might say P2K, P1K, wherever it is, right? And my main goal is this, right? My main goal is to make that person confident. That's all it is, right? Like, I don't care if they don't hit the goal or not, right? That's not the main goal. If they hit the goal, guess what? Amazing. And I'm proud for them. I'm going to be celebrating with them. But my main goal is to make that new person confident. That's the goal. Because let me tell you something, guys. If someone's very shy, insecure, nervous, would they build a big business? Hell no, they won't, right? But what if a confident person comes in and builds his business with so much confidence, right? What's going to happen? They will blow up, right? And look, your main goal is to help people to become confident. That's all it is, right? Confident. And how do I make people confident? The first way I make people confident is by getting them to fail, right? Now, how do I get them to fail? First of all, I make them do like a VIP list. You guys probably have your own launch, but this is how I do it. I make them do a VIP list, and this is what I do, right? Now, when you make someone do a VIP list, the most important thing you guys need to do is to have 5 meetings minimum booked for the next day from that one person, right? Now, obviously, this person is very new. They won't, if you tell them to go home and invite people, they won't do it. They're going to fail. So this is what I do. face to face and make that person invite me, right? And I can remember, I'll give you an example. There's a person called Amro. I'm pretty sure some of you guys might know him. And I can remember I made him do a VIP list, and he was very shy, very nervous. And I said to him, bro, listen, I want you to invite me, right? And I want you to invite me the way you want, right? And I'm gonna see how you do. And let me tell you something, guys. The hardest person that new sign-up is gonna invite is gonna be you, not his friend, not his brother, not his cousins, or business partner. The hardest person that person is ever gonna invite is gonna be you. Do you know why? They'll be very intimidated because they look up to you, and now they're trying to invite you to impress you, right? Now that's the most important thing. And I can remember Amro, for example, he invited me more than 30, 40 times, and I was going through him so many times, like, this is how you invite, this is how you invite. And I can remember after the 30th invite plus, right? That's when he became very confident when it comes to inviting me. And this is when he was cracking jokes on the phone and all that stuff, even though he was from a face. And guess what? And then he invited someone, and he recruited that person, and then he recruited someone else by the name of Akif, right? I'm sure everyone knows who Akif is, and he's a Platinum 5000. And guess what? The only way Akif came is by, me teaching that person above him on how to become confident, and that's all it was. So for you to, make people confident, you have to, when it comes to inviting, you have to make them invite you so many times until they're very confident, if it makes sense. And that's my main goal. My main goal is to make people confident. And guys, confident, look, if you build people, they build your business. In this, you have to build people, and guess what? They'll be so thankful, that you push them, and you push them out of their comfort zone. So guys, make sure you push them out of the comfort zone. If they don't want to get pushed, you just let them be, right? Some people, you do have to push, but not like crazy where like you strangle them and be like, yo, invite, nothing like that. Something that's reasonable, understandable, right? Now, how did I go P1K in 1 week? Now, it's very simple. Now, VIP list, right? I think I lost a notebook right now. A VIP list, and I had about 600 names, and all I did was I spoke to half of that list in 1 day, right? Half of that list in 1 day. And guys, let me tell you something. I'm not telling you guys to do it. It's down to you if you want to hit these ranks, for yourself and for your family. But the only reason why I done it because I was too hungry. Family was struggling, so I had to do it in 1 day, if that makes sense. Some people, like they don't realize, what they're going through, what the family going through until they look into it properly. And I can remember, these are stuff that I had to look into it properly. And when I saw my family struggling, when I knew my parents are in debt like crazy, I actually, my goal was to become a chairman 10 on my first day. That's how I was grinding, right? And I'm not saying do that, right? It's down to you if you want to do that or not. But for everyone's got different circumstances. All those people you knew, yeah, 100%. No, not everyone knew. Like, so some people are cold recruits off the mall or wherever it is, right? But a lot of people are from our warm market, cold market. And I'll give you an example. The people I wrote in my list, not everyone, most of these people didn't know me personally, right? Some of them were my cousins. Some of them were my, my ex's best friends, right? For example, right? Some of them were like, people I went to school with, their cousins, for example. People I met in a wedding, Asian wedding, and I wrote everyone's name down. And the honest truth is, I didn't have everyone's numbers. I just had the names, right? And when I came up to their name, I had to look for a way to get the number or through social media. So guys, I want you to realize something. The more people you go through, the more chances, you get of a sign up, right? And guys, look, if everyone said yes to me, if everyone stayed in my team today, everyone, I would not be a chairman 25 right now. I'll be minimum chairman 250, 100%. If everyone stayed in my team and if everyone said yes to me, right? And guys, this is a numbers game. Look, out of 10 people, you show this business to you, most likely 3 people will sign up. But obviously, once you get a bit more better, you might get 4 or 5 signups. And I can remember, when I became a bit more better and I knew I was getting better, I done a presentation to 8 people, right? One by one, right? All 8 signed up. And that's all by, doing presentations every single day. And guys, look, like for you to be, a killer in this industry, you guys have to be bold. And write this down. You have to be bold. And, and also, I know you might be, Montel, just tell me when to finish and how long I have, bro. And also, most of the things I want to say to you guys, yeah, it might not be on this course. So I want you guys to write this down or go on YouTube. But actually, I uploaded like a YouTube video. The title was, I can't remember the title, man. It was, I think it's called Chairman Mentorship Course, 6-Figure Mentorship Course by Shabaz Ahmed. And what, guys, watch that later on today. because a lot of information that I would want to say on this call is not going to be on this call. It's going to be on that call, so that video. So make sure you guys watch that too. I send that video to Shams or Montel, and they'll give it to you guys. So guys, the most important thing is to be bold, right? Now, bold, you need three things, right? Obviously, posture is being bold. Sorry, two things. You guys need to have posture. And guys, what do I mean by having posture? For example, are you that type of person, if someone came to you and said, this is a scam, this is a pyramid, you'll start thinking, you'll start having doubts. Are you that type of person? Or, are you that type of person, if someone very close to you, like your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, or whoever it is, your best friend said to you, this industry you're part of is a scam, it don't work. And, are you that type of person would say, like, I don't care what you say, this business works. I know it works. Which type of person are you? And look, for guys, look, I want you guys to realize something. We have people like, Alex Morton, that's a part of this company. We have people like Les Brown, that's also a part of this company. We have Bob Proctor coming to, Dallas. Now, so guys, for you to have posture, you need to realize what this company has. And look, let me tell you something, guys. I have a lot of friends, at that time, at the age of 21, I see all these success stories, and my mum friend used to tell me, Shabaz, this is a scam, this don't work. I'm thinking, bro, like, no offense, but you don't even have any money, right? Like, you ask me for money, and you're telling me someone like, Alex Morton, that's a part of this company, right? That's a part of IMO. How can you say this don't work, right? And guys, it's common sense, right? So I want you guys to look at this company and what this company has and start believing in them more. And look, if people like Les Brown, if people like Alex Morton, Dave Miniti, Ivan Tapia, and all these other leaders that's involved in this company, if they can, look, the main reason why they're involved in this company is because they see something big in this company. And if someone like them that has so much success stories, that is so successful, that's now a part of this company, that says a lot. When someone out there that don't have any money, that that's not successful, that's living a normal life, and tells you this is a scam, the only people you should be looking at is someone who's successful, not the person who don't have any money. And me at the age of 21, all my friends and family, cousins, sisters, everyone used to say to me, Shabaz, this industry is BS, right? No one makes it. Everyone's a fake. All the suits are fake. The watches are probably fake. All this stuff, right? And these are the people that used to tell me all this stuff. And guess what? I'm not even going to lie to you guys, but 80% of these people that said all this stuff to me, right, are part of my team right now, including my brothers, right? And guess what? My brothers said to me, Shabaz, this is bullshit. They were laughing at me doing this business. Guess what now? Both of my brothers are platinum 2000s, right? And that's not the best part. Both of my brothers got 6 figures in their trading account. That's the best part, right? Now, but at the start, they were laughing at me. Like every time I used to come in the house, they were like, "Are you a 6-figure yet? Like, are you a 7-figure yet? Like, when you become a chairman, 250 or whatever it is, right?" They used to take a laugh at me, but now they're part of the business. If it makes sense. So if I did not have posture, if I didn't have belief, right? If I didn't have a bulletproof mindset, would these guys be a part of the business right now? Hell no, right? Imagine I believe them. Like, guys, let me tell you something. If you come from a family that's very average, and no one in your family is successful, this is where you need to come in and be successful, and and actually lead the trend. Because let me tell you something. Every single person in my family were like normal working class people, right? One of my brothers used to be a security guard, right? Until I made it happen, until I became a 6-figure earner. And I can remember, I can remember this was on a Friday. I was with my brother and I showed him one of my trades, right? And I showed him how much I made. And I'm not even gonna say how much I made, but he was just looking at it like, yo, is this even real? And until I started traveling around the world, he realized it was real. And then guess what? Like just under 1 year, he left his job as a full-time security guard and used to work 65 hours plus a week. And now he's trading full-time from home, right? He's got 2 kids. He's got, three daughters, a wife. And guess what? He covers his whole house expenses to trading. But if I did not have belief in the company, would my brother live that life right now? No, hell no. And guess what? Me and my brother and the kids are going to Dubai next week, right, to treat the whole family out. So guys, look, before, like, he used to take, the kids out on a holiday. Like, the last time he took the kids on a holiday, like, it was 5 years ago, right? And now he's in a position where he can take his kid on a holiday every single year. Can you guys see that? If I didn't, I'm not saying, oh, it was because of me, they're successful. It's because they saw me becoming successful. They had the belief, if it makes sense. And when they had the belief, where as my own brother, my own younger brother, my own friend, now he's successful, that means I can do it too. I gave another example. Fimo was a platinum 2000. You know, he didn't join my business, and he's my best friend, the first person I ever showed this business to, right? And sorry, before I got signed up to Ahmed, I was in Nando's with him. I was like, bro, I'm about to get started in this company. Are you in or are you out? This is how it is. Tell me, you in or out? And he's my best friend, right? He said, bro, I'll think about it. For me, that's the sign of no, I'm not interested, right? And like, cool, listen, if I kill it, and you know, it's gonna be, I would say it's late, but right now you can kill it with me, bro. And I had, once I became a chairman 10 twice on different two different accounts, that's when he joined, if that makes sense. And now it's a platinum 2000, soon to hit platinum 5000. So guys, look, sometimes it has to be you, you know, with so much belief, and you guys need to be that person in the family, you know, leading the way. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. I'm the youngest, you know, I have 2 older sisters and 3 older brothers. And I'm the youngest person in my family, right? So imagine my whole family, they're all married. I'm the youngest one. I had to lead the way. It don't matter how old they are, right? And you guys are young. It's up to you guys to lead the way. And I had to be that, you know, the dominant young brother to show everyone how he works and how he's done. And that's how it is. And not being cocky or bragging, but it was up to me, if that makes sense. If it wasn't up to me, right? You see, my parents would probably, you know, work until the day they die, right? Now, my parents don't have to, you know, worry about working ever again, if that makes sense. And what I'm trying to say, guys, you know, I'm being real with you guys. You know, if you come from an average background, just like me, right? It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It's up to you guys to lead your family. It don't matter if you're 18. It don't matter if you're 19. It don't matter, you know, you have brothers that's 40 years old and you're 18. It don't matter. It doesn't matter, right? It's down to you guys. You guys are the leaders of the family. And it's up to you guys to change your family's tree, man. There's other things I was going to talk about. Mateo, how long do I have, bro?
Man, keep it going, bro. You on fire right now, bro.
So I'm kind of sweating. And yeah, so that's the main thing, guys. And the next part is basic personal development. This goes down to law of attraction, guys. As I said before, you know, if you want to recruit a Blue Caribbean member, you know, you have to speak the language, as I said. And guys, let me tell you something. You know, I don't know where all my books are going. Because I actually never had this set up before. So because I'm taking trading very serious, you know, I had to buy a whole new setup for my whole room, and I don't even know where my book's gone. I need to have a huge stack of books, you know, from books that How to Win Friends and Influence People, GoPro, etc. Right? And let me tell you something, guys. You know, posture is very important. So you have to have posture. Don't let anyone break, you know, your vision. Don't let anyone break your goals, right? Don't let anyone. It don't matter who it is. Look, guys. There's so many times my parents, my mom, dad used to tell me, look, Shabaz, get a job. Look at your brother. You know, look at your sister. You know, they're doing very well. You know, and me personally, I can see they're not doing well, right? And I was like, oh, there's no way in hell I'm going that part of life, right? I was like, look, mom, dad, you need to trust me, right? And obviously, you know, I'm an Asian Bengali kid, right? And you know, I don't know how this goes in different culture, but you know, every Asians, right, like Bengali, you know, you can either be a doctor or a lawyer, right? One of them, right? You know, there's no any other stuff. You can either be a doctor or a lawyer, right? And I said to them, I want to be a trader. You know, I want to be a businessman. They said, nope. You know, that's not nice. Your family's gonna laugh at you. I was like, cool, let it be, right? Now, and I carried on, didn't care what they said, and you know, I didn't let them break my posture at all. And guys, let me tell you something. You know, once you're grinding very hard, you know, you have so much bulletproof mindset. You have so much posture, and at one point in life, your posture will be broken, and like let me tell you something. At Chemma 10, my posture did get broken, where I had so much doubt, my belief went, right? You know, I was, you know, like me personally, let me tell you something. You know, I never doubt myself. I've never doubted myself from a very young age. And imagine at 6 figures, imagine I was making 6 figures. I went so broke completely because my posture got broken, right? Because I had so much negativity around me, so many stuff going around, and my posture got so broken, like it got broken at times 100, right? And that's when I start asking myself questions like, yo, can I actually really do this? This is difficult. Like, you know, all that stuff. And I can remember when I had a bit of a holiday break, because I'm not like, when you work so hard, sometimes you don't even want to take breaks. And I'm that type of person. I would work hard and I would never take breaks. And this is why I take breaks in between, because, you know, it refreshes your mind. And I can remember I took like a 2 months break, you know, focused on, you know, God, spiritual, family, everything, right? And, you know, that's when my mind was back to normal. You know, I cut off all the negative people out of my life. And let me tell you something, guys. You know, I always used to say, you know, elevation requires separation. I know I used to say that at 6 figures. And guess what? You know, I was still around negative people, right? Imagine I was still around negative people, and I didn't even know that, right? And these are people, you know, who say little things like, they will laugh at the way you speak. You know, they will laugh at what you say on stage. They will laugh at all this stuff. They will laugh at your goals and all that stuff. And that stuff, and it gets deeper and it gets deeper and gets deeper, right? And as soon as it's like, imagine this, right? You got a wall, right? You got a wall. Obviously, you got cement and everything, and basically every time someone's speaking, there's water going in, if that makes sense, through the cement, right? And it's going slowly, but it's not going to affect you. And eventually, that cement and everything is going to fade away, and boom, that wall is going to be broken. And guys, it's very important, to keep negative people away. If people say something like, the way you present is crap, the way you talk is bad, the way you stutter, good speaker, or whatever it is, right? Keep those people away. You need to look. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm not the best speaker. I still stutter. It's normal. It's a part of life, right? Not everyone's the best speaker in the world. Not everyone is the best presenter in the world. Not everyone's the best, right? So, and what you guys need to do is be around people, who talks good to you, right? Not bad to you. And let me tell you something. Even when I made 6 figures, I was still around negative people, and these negative people are family. That's one thing, right? My own family, cousins, who used to like try to put me down, even though I made all this money, got all these cars and all this stuff, going on these holidays, and they used to try to put me down. I remember at one point, boom, my posture got so broken. I used to let anything get in my way. And guess what? As soon as I disappeared and got a lot of space between me and my family, guess what? That wall didn't become a wall anymore. It became a freaking unbreakable steel or metal, whatever it is, right? And that's when I hit C25. So I want you guys to realize something. If you have negative people around you, cut them away. Sometimes you can't cut them away because they live in your own house. But this is where you need to block them away from your mind. You can't let it affect you, even though if they live in your house. It might be your parents, it might be your sister, it might be your loved one. This is when you have to block them away, but still love them, because they're that's what, just love them, but just block their opinion away. And the second thing after posture is personal development. And guys, I'm not saying reading books will get you paid in this business, right? But it's going to make you more wiser, right? Now, me personally, let me tell you something. I got E's and F's in U's in school, right? So imagine someone like me who got E's and F's in U's in school. Now, I would not read a book, right? I barely read Romeo and Juliet. I barely read Mice and Men from school, right? I never used to read it, right? And imagine me reading a book. And I used to hate reading, right? It used to be, it used to be like a phobia. Imagine I'm reading the first page and I used to force myself to read. I'm like, yo, apparently this book is going to make me a lot of money, so I'm going to read this book. I used to force myself. And I remember at one point I was forcing myself. I was like, yo, I'll give up. And I read How to Win Friends and Influence People, one of my first in the book, right? I forced myself to read that book a few pages, right? And I was like, yo, I'll give up on this book, man. I hate reading. And I remember I started presenting. I'm like, whoa, like, how come I'm presenting this way? Like, something has changed, right? And then I was like, yo, this book did make a difference. And guess what? I fell in love with books. And I can't find my books, my books. I think my mom moved it somewhere because I was cleaning up my room. And so guys, what I'm trying to say is that, read books, grow as, if you're a youngster, grow into a man, grow into an alpha male. I'll give you another example. Write this down too. There's a video by Austin Godsey on YouTube, and it's called How to Be an Alpha in Network Marketing. Write this down, right? How to be an alpha in network marketing. Now, and he initially tells you, how to, man. I'm just reading the comments. So he initially teaches you how to be a dominant leader in this industry and to be a dominant person in general in life. And guys, it's very, like, let me tell you something. I used to be a shy little boy in school, very quiet, used to be in the corner, just doing my own thing, right? And imagine a shy little kid like me coming in and, being a dominant is a different story, right? And that's all by, personal development. So guys, do you watch this video? Austin Godsey, How to Be an Alpha in Network Marketing. The second video is my video, is 6-figure mentorship call by Shabaz, Chairman 25. Montel, are you down for any Q&A? Because I know a lot of people have their own things that they go through. I don't mind answering questions. And then guys, I'm gonna do one giveaway too. Because you guys are all nice and all good. What video is this? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do I want to fund someone's trading account. So later on, just after this Q&A, I'm gonna be funding someone's trading account. And guys, if you know me, I love trading. Especially if you're in my circle, you know how much I love trading. Like, while I was talking, I was actually looking at the charts at the same time. Like, yo, hopefully I don't miss this trade. But it's all good. I hope you guys traded on gold today. All right, look, check this out. Initially, I don't know if you guys can see. All right, like, I don't know how many pips it is. I got in here and I initially closed somewhere here, just like 50 plus pips just today. and goals. So if you guys are not trading, you're missing out. Guys, any questions? Any questions? Drop them in the chat box. Montel, if you got any questions, let me know, bro. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Bro,
Yeah.
actually, I would throw in a question. So I know you said, imagine unlocking one skill, you're gonna make 100K. So what would be all the skills that you need to unlock to get that 100K to like keep unlocking?
100K.
Yeah.
You know, for you, okay, the most simple one is basically becoming a very good presenter, right? And you know, being a presenter is there's so many elements of skills in being a presenter, right? There's like, let me tell you something, guys. When I say presenting, it don't mean reading off the slides, right? It doesn't mean talking over the slides. It doesn't mean talking about harmonic scanner. That's just you reading the slides, right? But being a good presenter, this is what I mean. You know, understanding that person, you know, you're talking to. You know, understanding how you can put, you know, talk, you know, how you can adjust this presentation to him only, if that makes sense. You get that's how it's like you basically you need to be good at identifying people, right, and the characters, and then when you identify this person, you basically make the whole presentation towards that person, right? I'm gonna give you an example. You know, this is one of the P5K. This is a while back, and it's kind of a funny story. You know, I basically taproot someone a P600, made them do a VIP list, and I got like 5 or 6 people that same day actually. And you know, I done a few presentations, and I think it was my 5th presentation. I can't remember. There was a guy, you know, he's very young, right? You know, he seemed very like he seemed like a person that don't really share anything, right? And I can remember I was talking to him, trying to build a rapport, but it was too close, right? And I was like, yo, this guy is either so stuck up or something, right? And like we was talking, it wasn't the best conversation that I had, right? And I was presenting the business, and I can remember he pulled out his phone so many times, like 5, 6 times, and while I was presenting, I was like, yo, this guy is rude as hell, right? And I was talking about the trading side, and no, so while I was building a report, he told me what he does, right? But he didn't actually tell me what he does. I just kind of figured what he does, right? So things he does is not the best thing, right? So I figured out what he does. I was like, all right, cool. So I showed him the trading side. He didn't even want to listen, right? I just pulled out his phone, and I initially said, all right, cool. I'm gonna skip the whole slide, right? And I'm gonna show you something that's gonna interest you. All right, cool. How big is your network? Because I knew what he does, right? And he said, I got a lot of people. I said, cool. I said, bro, 500 people, 10K a month. His eyes open, and he got signed up. Do you get it? So sometimes you need to understand what that person is interested in, if that makes sense. And most people, guess what? Because that person, you know, pulled out the phone 6, 7 times, they're like, yo, this guy's not interested, right? There's ways to, you know, find people's, you know, interest, and you just talk about it. And I just knew what he was, if it makes sense. That's how you make 100K a year, just on presenting. Do you get it? So it's not just reading off a slide. It's actually understanding that person. Do you get it? It's all about, you know, interacting with that person. Do you get peak interest, right? I don't know what your name is. His name is Samsung Galaxy S9, right? So what you said, peak interest. What would you say could be the best way to go about personalized presentation in a group? Right? Yeah, cool. Now, when it comes to group presentation, you know, this is where I would say there's so much to it. You know, first of all, I try to build. Let's say this is like me and 5 people. What I try to do is try to build rapport very, very quickly with everyone, and I have like a conversation with them, a heart to heart. I don't really make it into like a business. I try to make it like a heart to heart, like conversation, right? Like I know them. I try to get to know them. Try to get to know the reason why. Very simple, very quick, right? For example, like I tell them my reason why at that time was my mom want to retire her, all that stuff, and they were saying the same thing. I want to give my parents the best life, all that stuff, etc. Right? And then, you know, I showed them the business where I was talking about trading. As I bro, at this position, this is the position that, you know, retire my mom alongside with trading. And you know, you just have to get to know them, man. Like some people, what they do when it comes to presenting, they just present straight away. Like, no, you don't do that. You get to know that person, right? You don't talk about your whole life story to that person and get to know their whole life story. You don't want to know that. You don't want to like be a position where, you know, with the cat died, the dog died. You want to know them just enough, if that makes sense. How do you actually appeal to social media when you're out? Okay, so I'll just try to read these questions. How long did it take you to learn how to trade? Took me a bit of a time. I'm a slow learner. I'm a very slow learner. Like I would say about 4 months, 5 months. I wouldn't say I learned how to trade. I just knew what was good for me. That's all it was. I'll give you one tip on trading, especially if you're doing your own trades. learn one strategy and stop taking other people's opinions. Do you get it? Like one thing is, one thing, if you know me personally, I'm not in anyone else's trading analysis group chat, right? I don't want, their opinions, affect my own, strategy, if that makes sense. So if you know how to trade, right, stick, if it's working for you, stick to it. Stop taking other people's opinions, unless you're taking signals and using the products. For example, I have my own strategy, right? I have my own strategy, market structure, right? But I still use Gold Cup, if that makes sense. So I don't let Gold Cup signal affect my strategy, if it makes sense. So I have an account just for Gold Cup, right? And I think I took about, was it yesterday? I took about 6 trades on Gold Cup. Oh, no, sorry, 5 or 4 trades, can't remember. And that's just that. I don't let that affect my strategy. So it's down to you how you want to do it. How do you invite? What's the best way? Okay, cool. I'm not going to explain to you guys how do I invite, but I want you guys to write this down and go on YouTube and write. You know what? I'm gonna send it to Shams right now. It's by Matt Rosa. So just go on YouTube and write Matt Rosa how to invite. Let me find the video right now. Shams, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Give me a second. Any more questions? Best way to change ranks, trading in the zone, great book. Yeah, trading in the zone is a great book. I got that. So I'll think about what do you say. All right, cool. So when it comes to the closing part, this is the most important part. Let me just put my laptop on charge. Now, what most people do, what new people do is when, they present a business and, someone says to them, I want to think about it. I want to go home and think about it. I'm kind of honest and I'm kind of straightforward. I'm kind of bold. Sometimes I can be very bold, but I try to be, as human. And, I say to that person, look, you said, look, I showed you this whole information and you said you want to think about it, right? Correct? And I was like, okay, now what do you want to think about? Like, what do you want to know, right? Because I know all the information that you're probably looking for. And they're like, I really actually want to think about it. Let me go home and I want to think about it. I want to speak to my family. And I say to this person, okay, cool. Now, let's say, for example, Tom. Now, Tom, I want you to be completely honest with me because when I first saw this information, I never had the money, right? So do you really want to think about it, or are you put off because of the price of the company? Which one is it? I guess so. They open up, and I say to them, look, like I didn't have the money. I had to sell my PS4 to start. So what's the honest truth? Do you want to think about it, or you don't have the money, right? If you don't have the money, I'm gonna show you how to get the money. And they're like, yeah, I don't have the money, right? Cool. Now I give them, some tips on how to get the money. As I look, man, according to eBay, the average household has £3,000 worth of valuable things that they don't use, right? So what do you have in your house that you don't use? Do you have a second phone? Do you have a PS4? Do you have games? Get rid of it, right? And use that money to get started, right? Like simple ways to close. And if this genuine want to think about it, I was like, cool, you can think about it. I don't try to be too forcey, right? If they say to me something like, this is a pyramid, right? I'll give an example. When someone says this is a pyramid, to be honest, I don't really get, when I present to someone, I don't really get this is a pyramid scheme. I don't really get that that much, right? And the only reason why is because I've already got that out of their head from the very start. For example, when I talk about the compensation plan, I talk about a story that a true life story that I went through. And I can remember when I hit Platinum 5,000 and actually went to Barclays Bank to withdraw some money. Because obviously when you get paid for P5K, you want to see if it's real, right? Even though you're P2K, the money's real. Once you hit another rank and you got paid for that rank, you want to see if it's real. And I can remember I went to Barclays Bank and I bumped into an old friend and he's been working there for 5 years straight. And this is my own story. And this is what I said, right? Hey bro, how's it going? I'm doing well. What about yourself? I'm doing good, man. I was like, man, are you a manager yet? And this is what the person said to me, Shabaz, for me to be a manager, my current manager has to either die or get sacked. That's what he said to me. And he said to me, Shabaz, for me to make 35K a year plus, I should become a manager, but I can't. Because why? Let's say that person do die or get sacked. There's about 10 cashiers behind the till fighting for that one position role of 35K a year. So you can't make 35K a year. So this is what I do after I said that story. And I say to them, look, what's the hierarchy in a bank? There's the cashiers, there's the supervisor, the manager, region managers, vice president, so directors, vice president, CEO. Then I speak to that person who I'm presenting to, who gets paid the most amount of money? The CEO. Who gets paid the least amount of money? The cashiers, right? Now, for example, Tom, right? For you to make 35K a year, what do you have to become? A manager. But how long will it take you to become a manager? He said a very long time, right? So can you see in a normal job, you can't really make more money than the person above you. And that's already me eliminating pyramid scheme. And I'm talking about the compensation plan. I'm like, yo, like the compensation plan, you can make more money than the person above you. And I told him my example, I have an upline, initially I ranked him by 6+ positions, whatever it was, and I make more money than him. There's someone on my team who's made, a certain amount of figure, and he makes more money than me, and he's a part of my team. So the pyramid scheme part is all eliminated at the midway in the presentation. So they don't really say that to me. So your main goal is to educate people while you're presenting. That's the only thing I'm doing, educating people. Any more questions? Okay, make without presenting. Yeah, Galaxy S10 Plus. I don't understand your message, bro. I can make without presenting. What stood out to the most of the? Oh, what stood? Oh, all right, Montel, very good one, bro. What stood out to me the most when I went to New York? I can remember. Okay, the main story was Nathan. He knew me at C10, right, and he actually invited me down so many times to come to America to speak at his event, and he was dying for me to come. And I'm like, I was always like, I was busy, so I always said not this time, not this time. And I was like, cool. I got a team in New York. I said to him, if the main reason why I went is to go help him, because he's been supporting me like crazy. I was like, yo, I'm down to invest money. Like, you don't have to pay for anything. And I went there, and I saw what they've done. One thing they do is most people don't do is that they build up, they build in love, if it makes sense, right? And they build with everyone. For example, I'll give an example, right? Their first leg work with the second leg and third leg together. That's it. That's what they do. They work together. There's no ego. There's no pride. Every single one will work together. For example, if they want to, if they want to hold an event, they do an event together. If they want to go to another city, they move in packs together. If it makes sense. So one thing they do that most people don't do, so this is what amateurs do. Some people, they're like, I don't want to work with this person because imagine I go to another city with them. I might recruit someone, and the person he recruited might know that person, and that person might join his team, right? Everyone has that little, baby mindset, and that needs to go. You start working as a team together, if it makes sense. You can't let that get you. Like, one thing I do is, like, if I'm touring, I'm going with everyone, if it makes sense. Like, I'm bringing all my 3 lines with me, and like they all work together, if they make sense. They don't really benefit each other, but guess what? They work together, and they're all getting benefit together. When you put 3+ people one day, did you do the closing yourself, or did your mentor each one? No, my mentor did not close anyone for me. I met my mentor when I was a P5K. So from the very start to the P5K, I done everything myself, learned everything myself. I studied all the leaders by myself. I didn't have anyone present for me, didn't have anyone close me. And me personally, some people will say, I don't have an upline to work with, and they change teams. I didn't have an upline. I didn't even have to change teams, right? Like, look, there was already P2Ks when I came in, right, in IMO, and I think it was a P5K, and I was the only person that was just got started. And they were like, some people were like, you don't have an upline, you should join the team. I was like, yo, I don't even need an upline. I got this, right? How do you close on your own? How do you close on your own? Cool. I'm gonna show you one way I close, and this is just okay, I'll give an example. I have a team in St. Albans, right? And I initially spoke to the one person. Look, let me tell you something. The way I close is based on, talking straight up, right? I don't really say crazy stuff. I just speak straight up. For example, I say to them, what do you like the most? Okay, this is the most important part, closing part, right? When you have finished the whole presentation, this is what you ask them, right? What do you like the most about this company? I like the harmonic scanner. Cool. This is what you do. You speak about the harmonic scanner. For example, this is the example I give, right? I was like, yo, the harmonic scanner is one of my favorite products. Do you know why? My best friend, Akif Akhtar, when he first got started, he used harmonic scanner for 3-4 months. And guess what? He left his job just through harmonic scanner, right? I use that story. And I said to him, cool, bro, let's get you started right now. Straight up. Because, I built rapport. I showed them the presentation. Now it's time for the closing. And most people, amateurs, do. This is what they do. When it comes to the closing part, they're talking to the prospect all day long. I'll give an example. There's one time in Stratford Prep, right? And this is when I was with one of my team members. She wanted help for presenting, and I'd done the whole presentation. And this is the part of the closing part. And guess what? I was filling that person's details down, right? And that that rep who brought in that guest said to that to the prospect, don't sign up right now. Let's go to the toilet, and let's go get a drink. I'm thinking, what the hell? Like, I'm closing for you. I'm trying to get you paid, and you're talking about this person to go get a drink. Like come on. And some people, some leaders, they close that person, not in the company, but out of the company, if that makes sense. Yeah, basically, Davey, what you basically said, right? So when it comes to the closing part, no drinks, no toilet, no extra conversation, get straight to the point and say, let's get you started right now. And that's the main way I sign up people. That's the only thing I do. And another way I sign up people is simply like this. I can remember I spoke to someone in St. Albans and I said to listen, bro, look, after I finished the whole conversation, I was like, bro, look, I have a huge team and I don't really have the time, I don't have the time for anyone, right? Look, bro, a lot of people have watched me go from nothing to very successful. And I promise you're going to watch me go from chairman 10 to chairman 500. Now, you're either with me or you're out, bro. Because me personally, bro, I don't have that much time. So you have to let me know right now if you're getting started or not. And this way it says, Shabaz, look, I can tell you're very serious, right? And you're someone I want to work with. And I can tell you're going to go far in life. I don't have the money right now, but give me until tomorrow and let me get the money. And guess what? The next day, you got signed up. So guys, sometimes, I don't close with fancy words. I say to them straight, look, I don't have the time. If you're with me, let's go in. If you're not, I'm out, right? You can talk to me later, but let me know right now if it makes sense. If you don't have the money right now, tell me a date when you have the money, if it makes sense. That's it. Very simple. All right, cool. Montel, should I close the call? Or do you want me to carry on?
Yeah, for sure, bro. You can keep going, and when you're about to wrap up, just let us know, bro.
Cool. I'm gonna do one more question, then I'm gonna do the giveaway. So how many people is call? Check. Oh, 62. There you go. Okay, guys, one more question. So drop a question quickly so I can answer it. Also, I'm gonna give you guys some list of books to read. I actually don't have them with me, but one is How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. I think that's how you say it. I forget his name, man. It's been a long time since I read the book. GoPro by Eric Worre. I'll just write this down. How to Win Friends. Oops, can't spell. Influence. People. So I'm gonna write this down and send to everyone. GoPro. Eric. GoPro. Then this is the main book I like. Your first year in network marketing. So the book from Your First Year in Network Marketing is like a purple-looking book. It's by Yarnell. It's basically a couple, and one of them makes over, I think it was 100K a month, and the husband makes 100K a month. I think the wife makes like 20 or 50K a month in the industry. So they wrote a book on what people go to in the first year in this industry. So it's a very amazing book. It's the book that made me realize that book gave me so much hope. Cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a giveaway. So I want to find someone's trading account. So I know some of you guys are new, so let's do this. I'm gonna do £100 giveaway into your Skrill card or your PayPal. So I've been very inactive on my pictures lately. So what I'm gonna do is okay, cool. Guys, go on my Instagram right now, Shabaz. Actually, let's do this, right? So okay, go on your story right now and take a picture of this Zoom call and tag me, Montel, and Shams, and say this Zoom call is lit. That's all you guys have to do. So go on your story right now, take a picture. Make sure, guys, before you upload, make sure we look good too. Because I can remember the last time I done this giveaway, it was the ugliest looking story ever, but it was all good. Make sure we're looking good, and tag us. So upload a picture of me, Shams, and Montel on this Zoom call. Take a picture of the Zoom call with us and tag us on your story. And whoever tags me, I'm gonna give you a £100 giveaway. So I'm gonna give you guys about 1 minute. So there's 61 people in this call. So just tag us quickly on your story and just say this call was lit, and then I'm gonna choose a winner. What's your IG? Okay, cool. Shabaz FX. There you go. Shabaz FX is my Instagram, so I'll give you guys another minute. So guys, one more minute. Oops. Cool. Getting some tags right now. Okay, let me accept every single one of you guys. There we go. That's the ugliest mugshot of me ever, but so good. Alright, cool. I'm just actually accepting all these Zoom calls. Sorry, the story, so I can choose a winner. Alright, cool. I'm gonna do 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. So just tag us and put in a story and just say this call was lit or whatever you like, and I'm gonna choose a winner. Cool. 10 more seconds, guys. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Cool. Let me just quickly accept all these tags, then I'm gonna do it. So I have to accept about 10 more so I can choose you guys. Give me a second. Let me accept all these. Let me accept them. Okay, some of my messages go in my inbox, and them go to my request. So let me just accept every single one of them. Cool. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm leaving everyone on my request right now. Oh crap. Okay, last time. Cool. So I'm gonna start choosing a winner right now. Okay, let me find the messages. Yo, my DM is not loading up. Alright, cool. So cool. I'm gonna choose a winner. I'm gonna close my eyes and let's see who won. Alright, cool. Wait, I don't wanna go all the way. Wait, give me a second. I don't wanna go all the way down because some of them inboxes are like just random ones. Alright, cool. Let's see. Alright, cool. Who's that? This one is P. Okay, who is this? Okay, so the winner is. Okay, I don't understand your name, man. PXTXRKXNG. So who's that? So who's that person? So cool. I'm gonna send you a message right now. You're the winner. And bro, send me your PayPal. PR King, right? PR King. Alright, cool. You're the winner. Send me your PayPal. So cool. Send me your PayPal. Cool. PR. Hope that's your name. That's your name, right? Yeah, PR King. That's it. Cool. You're the winner, bro. Send me a PayPal right now, and I'm gonna send you that £100 as soon as you sent it. So, guys, I appreciate you guys jumping this call. So I'm gonna quickly give you the list of the YouTube video one more time. So, first YouTube video I want you guys to watch is basically Shabaz Ahmed 6-figure mentorship call. Now I go through everything on how to become very good at how to present and all that stuff. How to become attractive. I didn't really go through everything, so because there's a lot of information I spent on that Zoom call. I think it's like 1 hour 30 minutes long video. Zoom call. So I want you guys to watch that video. So Shabaz Ahmed 6-figure mentorship call on YouTube, right? The next one is Matt Rosa, Chairman 500, how to invite. The next call is basically Austin Gotzi, how to launch. So that's his recent video that came out last week, right? And what's the other video? Sorry. And also Austin Gotzi, how to be an alpha in network marketing. So Shams, I'm gonna send you all the list of videos. So just send that to the whole team. But guys, that's it from me. Montel, do you want to share your last minute words before I go off?
Wow,
Yes.
wow.
Wow. What a cool, man. We are so fired up. Thank you so much for your time, bro. The value that you gave us was just mind-blowing, man. And we're so grateful for you, bro. So thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys, man.
I appreciate you too, bro. And before we wrap up, we always love to go over some of the things that really hit home for us as well. So we'll definitely do that before you go as well, whilst we got here. So one of the things I love, bro, was what you opened the call with was give this industry 5 years, right? Because a lot of people, they think, okay, how much money can I make in 5 days? Or how much money can I make in 5 weeks? They're not even thinking the long term. So straight away, that really just shook things into perspective for people, right? And I really love that. And that was the first thing you said to me, and that really hit me. And then the other thing was making people confident, bro. I really love that. And especially the way you do it, because there's so many ways to fail forward, but this is the most gentlest, subtlest way to fail forward. And it's like a pre-fail, really, because again, they haven't lost any customers, any potential customers, but it's gearing them up to gain all the customers, bro. So I really love that. Definitely something I'm going to start implementing. And another thing as well with a lot of youngsters, right? You know, you can be young, but you can't act young. You have to really act up, you know, be mature. And I really love that because, again, in America, we see so many young people, right? There's like a chairman 10 and he looks like he's 15, but he's, you know, obviously acting very mature. Do you know what I mean? So it really can inspire a lot of people by just a little mindset tweak, you know? So I really love that as well. Get rich slow scheme. I love that too. I'm definitely going to steal that one.
So good, bro.
Bro, where did you get that from, man?
Back in the old days.
and building with love, bro. That's the point I'm going to end on last. Building with love, having all of these lines working conducively together. That's something that, you know, when I started out, we was doing that so much, right? We was doing that so much and we was flying through the ranks. And I think that could even be part of my failure right now, you know, when we're slowing down with momentum is because we don't have all lines working conducively together. So I'm definitely going to reignite that as well, bro. So thank you.
That's the most important part, bro. I want to touch up on what amateurs do, bro. And this is to everyone. You know, everyone, you know, says, you know, they're building 3 lines. And when you say you build 3 lines, you basically already have a barrier in between your lines. So your first line don't want to work with the second line. Your second line don't want to work with the third line because why? You implement your, you know, it's like what you say, you know, plays a big role. So when you say you're building 3 lines, that means you're building 3 separate people, separate groups. But when you say you're building 1 line, you're building 1 family, if that makes sense. Because remember, we have 1 family. So if you're building 3 lines, you're building 3 different families. And in life, it's simple, especially in, you know, the Asian community, right? When you have a different type of families, you know, some families don't want to go with the other families, if that makes sense. So you want to build like you're building 1 line. And if you build 1 line, you know, you have, you know, 1 family. That's how it works. So I'm actually sending a message to Shams right now with a list of videos. Boom. There we go. Shams, I'll send you a message right now. A list of videos.
Thank you.
So these videos, guys, I watched some of these videos like 5, 6, 7 times. You know, don't just watch it and take notes. Don't just watch it once and take notes. Watch it 3, 4 times. How to be an alpha. I was watching that at Chairman 10. I'll try to push to Chairman 25. I need to watch that video 7 times. Every time I was listening to it, you know, I had 7 different notes every time I watched it. So every time you watch it, you'll learn something new. But cool, that's it for me, guys. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, love you, stay blessed. Just build this business with integrity. You know, always be honest. You know, always build with love. And I promise you, I'm always build with sincerity. A lot of people get, you know, like, you know, mixed up, right? You know, some people say they're doing this for them, for the people, but honestly, it's for them. You genuinely have to do it for your people, if it makes sense. And do it with sincerity. And if you do it with sincerity, you know, it'll pay you a lot. And you pay your team a lot. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Right, take care, bro. Appreciate you, man. Let's go. Wow, there we go. So guys, let's take everything we've learned from this call. Let's really implement it, man. We're here for you. If you got value from that chat, put some 7s in the chat box. All right. It's been an amazing hour and a half of you guys, rocking with you guys. So we appreciate you all for plugging in. And we're here to see you guys win. We love you guys and we're really here to see you all win. So make sure you take everything that you've written down and go and implement it 10 times, right? Let's all go rank up this next week, okay? This week, the time is now, right? Go hit that platinum 150 if you're a customer. Go platinum 600 if you're platinum 150. Go platinum 1000 if you're platinum 600. Go platinum 2000 if you're platinum 1000. And go P5 if you're P2. And let's all go chairman, baby. All right, let's make it happen. Appreciate you all. Love you all. See you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Wait, it's already done. Take care, guys. Peace.